Hello, dear children. Sai Ram. Welcome to Social Studies class. In today's class, we will do revision of chapter number 4, Our Country, India. Children, as we all know, we have learnt this, right? India is a part of Asia, right? Asia is the biggest continent. India is the 7th largest country in the world. With more than 100 crore people living here, India is the most populated country in the world after China. Which means India is the second most populated country in the world. The first most populated country in the world is China, and India is the second most populated country in the world. India is also one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Our country is not same everywhere. It has many landforms. We have mountains, plains, plateaus, deserts, and islands. Very few countries in the world can boast of so much variety. This is what makes India so beautiful. Now, children, view this map. This is the physical map of India. The northern part of India is covered by the Himalayan range. Yes, children, this part. This part of India is covered by Himalayan range. So let us revise. Actually, you have already learned this, right? Let us revise the Himalayan mountain ranges. Now, view this image. Yes, this is the Himalayan mountain ranges. Mountains are portions of the earth that rise steeply from the surrounding area. A chain of mountains form a range. Yes, children, what is a range? A chain of mountains form a range. All along the north of our country lie the mighty Himalayan mountain ranges. These ranges have some of the highest peaks in the world. Mount Everest. You can see it is written in red color. Mount Everest, the highest peak in the world, is a part of the Himalayan range. Follow, children. Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world, and it is the part of the Himalayan range. The highest peaks are covered with snow. You can see snow, lot of snow, right? The mountain is covered with snow. The highest peaks are covered with snow throughout the year. The mountain region is extremely cold. Follow, children. The mountain region is extremely cold because it is covered with snow throughout the year. Big rivers like the Ganga, Yamuna, and Brahmaputra start from the Himalayas. They start from the Himalayas. As they flow down to the plains, several small rivers join the main rivers. The melting snow from the mountains keep these rivers fed throughout the year. As we move down to the lower slopes, we find thick forest. This is called the Terai region. Followed children, what is Terai region? The lower slopes of the mountain is covered with thick forest. This forest is called the Terai region. Now children, this is the Himalayan range, right? As we move towards the south, as we move down, we reach the northern plains. This is northern plains. You can see this area, this green part, yes, from Punjab, yes. This part is the northern plains. You have already learned this, right? Just try to recollect. So let us learn more about northern plains. The northern plains of India is also called the Gangetic Plain. Now children, what are plains? You all must be knowing this, right? Plains are the vast expanses of flat or gently rolling land. The northern plains of India are the most fertile land of India. Please remember, they are the most fertile land of India. Many rivers like Ganga and Yamuna flow through these plains. Okay, through the northern plains like Ganga and Yamuna flow through the northern plains. See here it is written northern plains. This makes the land very fertile and most suited for cultivation. Because of the rivers, the land becomes very fertile and it becomes suitable for cultivation, for agriculture. Now these are the important features of northern plains. The northern plains are thickly populated. Many well-known cities and towns are located along the banks of rivers Ganga and Yamuna. In the plains, it is very hot in summer and cold in winter. Now children, from northern plains, when we move towards west, okay, when we move towards west, we will reach to the Indian desert. Just see this. Yes, I am highlighting it. We will reach to Indian desert. Now let us revise the Indian desert. What is a desert? A large area of land covered with sand. A large area of land covered with sand is called desert. As we travel to the northwestern part of our country, the landscape changes. We can see miles and miles of sand. Yes, children, we can see miles and miles of sand. This area is called the Great Indian Desert or the Thar Desert. The Great Indian Desert or the Thar Desert. This region gets very little rainfall. Climate is dry and hot in summer and cold in winter. The life in the desert is difficult and is not thickly populated. The northern plains are thickly populated, but the desert is not thickly populated. Why? because it gets very little rainfall. The climate is very dry and hot in summer and cold in winter. The camel. Yes, you can see here the camel. Yes, camels are going, see, you can see camels, right? The camel is commonly used in the desert for transport. Camel is called the ship of the desert. Camel is called the ship of the desert. Now, children, as we move from Indian desert, from Great Indian Desert, okay, we will reach down towards the south. We will reach the Deccan Plateau. See this. This part is the Deccan Plateau, and this part is, and this whole part, this one, the triangular part, see here, it is called the peninsula. Okay, let us revise. You have already learned this. Just try to recollect. The southern part of India, this is the southern part of India. The southern part of India is also called the peninsula. Okay, the southern part of India is also called the peninsula. What is peninsula? A piece of land jutting into the sea and surrounded by large water bodies on its three sides. See here, the Indian peninsula is surrounded by the water bodies on its three sides. See here, Arabian Sea, then you can see here Indian Ocean, and here it is Bay of Bengal. 1, 2, 3, right? It is surrounded by large water bodies on its three sides. Indian Peninsula is also called as the Southern Plateau or the Deccan Plateau. See this, okay? It is also called Southern Plateau or the Deccan Plateau. Now you have already learned plateau. What is a plateau? Plateau is a large area of land that is higher than the surroundings and more or less flat on the top. See, I have shown you the picture of a plateau over here. See, follow children. This is the large area of land that is higher than the surrounding. This is the surrounding and it is higher than the surrounding, and it is more or less flat on the top. This is the top of the plateau, right? This plateau is also called as the tableland. Followed children? Let us revise the rivers of Deccan Plateau. The rivers of Deccan Plateau are rain-fed rivers. They are rain-fed rivers. Rain-fed rivers means they are fed by the rain. If there is rainfall, these rivers will get water. These rivers are also called seasonal rivers. Now, what do you understand by seasonal rivers? Seasonal rivers means water can dry up during summer. Follow children? They are based on rainfall. If there is no rainfall, in summer, sometime in summer, what happens? There is the rainfall is not there, right? So the water in the river can dry up. Now, which are the rivers? Just see Narmada rivers, rivers of the Deccan Plateau, Narmada river, Tapi river, Godavari river, Krishna river, Kaveri river, Mahanadi river. These are the rivers of Deccan Plateau. These rivers flow much faster than the rivers of the northern plains. Follow children? They flow much more faster. And these rivers are seasonal rivers. They do not have water throughout the year like the rivers of northern plains. Now children, Deccan Plateau or the Southern Plateau is also rich in minerals. What are the different minerals? Coal, copper, iron, gold and silver. These are the minerals. The Deccan Plateau is covered with thick forest. This part is covered with, the Deccan Plateau is covered with thick forest. See this. You can see the image of thick forest. What do we get from the forest? We get timber, firewood, wood pulp, rubber, gum, medicines, etc. Let us revise the climate of Deccan Plateau. The climate of Deccan Plateau, or you can say Southern Plateau, is moderate. It is neither too hot nor too cold. The mountain located at the western part of the Deccan Plateau is called Western Ghats, and the mountain located at the eastern part of Deccan Plateau is called Eastern Ghats. Yes, children, you see here. This is Eastern Ghats and this one is Western Ghats. Followed? The grassland and the forest make up large part of the Western Ghats. Narrow strips of plain land along the east and west coast of India are called coastal plains. In the west, you can see western coast, and in the east, you can see eastern coast. Now, children, view this image here. Yes, children, you can see island, right? What is an island? An island is a piece of land surrounded by water from all the sides, right? Surrounded by water from all the sides. If you look closely at the map of India, you will find several small islands in the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. In the Bay of Bengal, there is a group of islands called the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. In the Arabian Sea, there is another group of islands called the Lakshadweep Islands. These islands are part of our country. Now let us revise the key points. India is the 7th largest country and the 2nd most populated country in the world. The Himalayan mountain ranges lie along the north of India. The northern plains lie to the south of Himalayas. They are very fertile. The Thar Desert is the northwestern part of India. The southern part of India is a peninsula and a plateau called the Deccan Plateau. The western and eastern Ghats lie on either side of the Deccan Plateau. The Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep Islands are a part of our country, India. Now, these are the important terms that you have to remember. Landform means natural features of the earth. Mountain, land which rises steeply from the surrounding area. Plain, flat and level land. Fertile, fertile means land in which plants grow well. Desert, large area of land covered with sand. Plateau, a large area of fairly level land that is raised above the surrounding area. Peninsula, a piece of land jutting into the sea and surrounded by water on 3 sides. Island, a piece of land surrounded by water. Now children, we have completed the revision of chapter number 4. Now you have to prepare for your Essay 1 exam. In your Essay 1 exam, the portion that was there in FA 2 will be excluded. SA2 portion will not be included in SA1 exam. Please remember that. Which means chapter number 1 and chapter number 3 will not be included, and rest all will be there in your SA1 exam. So start preparing for your SA1 exam. Thank you, children.